A mistake that I used to make was thinking that everyone wanted to drive innovation inside a company, because actually you're taking something on top of your job in many cases. And some people don't want to do that. It's also about dealing with ambiguity and then actually being able to occupy those sort of gray spaces, that discretionary organizational space, which is between the lines.
I think the ambiguity point is really key, actually, because you do have to be really comfortable with that, right? Because often you're starting with a blank sheet of paper and it's just an idea. So being really comfortable with that and being able to work in that way, I think is such an important skill set.
I totally agree. And I think it's an unseen skill set, actually. When people talk about what's the future of banking, what's the future of tech roles, you often hear about data scientists. But that kind of ability to be nuanced and shift in the organization is exactly as you've described. The only thing I'd add is probably as a leader, it's really important to protect the team from a lot of the noise when they need to focus and actually get stuff done. Because if you get the reputation for being a great team, all of a sudden you're like a work magnet.
Absolutely spot on. And I think it just talks to this need for people in innovation roles to have that left brain and the right brain together. The ambiguity, I think is quite pronounced, is where to play. It is how far ahead of the bank do we go? And if we go too close to what the business units, our franchises, are already doing, people are going to ask why the team exists. I mean, you're going to be defunded after a year or 2 years of incremental improvement. If you play too far out, you're not going to generate results because it's just too ambitious at this point. That's maybe 6 or 7, maybe 10 years out.
You know, you can't just read a CV and go, yes, that's the person that's going to thrive in this context. It's not that straightforward. And I think it comes back down to the point that you made, because there is so much uncertainty.